What's up, my YouTube subscribers? Well, this is another longer version video so I could actually take a breath and relax and not have to rush myself for no reel on Instagram or no short on YouTube. So, from the last 20 items I listed on eBay, we sold 7 items. And this is the seventh item. And I had these things listed for 2 weeks now. And so out of 27 items sold, and I took a deal on like 3 of them. The rest, they sold for just like that. So we sold 7, and this Brainiac was listed for $13.99, $14. And people kept messaging me trying to lowball me for $10. I want to accept it, but I accepted $12. I should have just waited, but I took the $12. Why not? This is such a massive figure. It comes with, I believe, a little DC little stand, a little DC stand, a black stand, I believe, that he stands on, and a comic book, a trading card, Brainiac, and little cool accessories. Look at those cool accessories. Isn't this figure really awesome? Check that out. It's really cool. It's a McFarlane Platinum Edition Brainiac comic book, English language. It's really cool. And I even see a little trading card right there. You can see it's a card. You see a little stand in there. And then you see a little DC comic book. That comic book is all blacked out, I believe. That's really cool. So yeah, I picked this up at DD's. I don't know if it was $4.99, $5.99, but I couldn't resist. I don't even collect Brainiac stuff or Superman stuff right now. I'm kind of just into nostalgic. And this is no, I don't really know who Brainiac is, so I just know Superman. I didn't really get into this DC stuff, but I do love DC Batman. I love collecting Batman things, but just for my love for DC and for how cheap this was, I said why not? I picked it up, but I was thinking I could make more than like 15, 16. I thought I could list it, but really realistic, someone who paid for this. So let's just do the math. I'm listing these things on eBay. So I listed it for $13.99. I took $12. With shipping, this thing is a little heavy. I have the label printed out. I have some bubble, and I might have to use a little more just to keep it inside, but I think it's pretty good. So I have the box. I have something to wrap it in. And basically, with that whole process, the shipping is going to cost like $10. And so with shipping, that's 12. With taxes and everything, it came up to like 25.59. So the person that purchased this paid $25.59, and that's with listing it for $13.99, and taking $12. So they would have paid like what 27, 28 if so they came out with paying $25, which I wouldn't pay $25 for this. You know what I mean? But at least I'm getting it to them for $25. Someone got this for 25 stinkers. 25 stinkers this sold, and I picked this up for like 5, $6. You know, so I'm not really making much, but I am making my money back, which puts a smile on my face. on top of making at least a couple bucks, so it's not a complete waste of my time. But at the same time, when people are like, I'm buying this stuff, I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna make some money off that. No, you're not making really much. You're just making a couple stinky bucks. And if you don't have time in your life, because this is a hobby of mine, so I'm actually having fun with buying toys and actually, trying to list them and trying to make a couple bucks. You know what I mean? It's a hustle. It's a grind. Basically a grind, actually. So if you know numbers and you know how to work numbers and stuff, you could actually profit a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But you're not gonna get rich or nothing like that. But I could see where I need to start shopping at and looking around, and even, you know what I mean. Once I get rid of most of this stuff, and if I can't sell it on eBay, maybe I might have to take it off there and just take it to flea market and maybe sell it there. And maybe I can make more money at the flea market, because if someone's paying $25 for one of these online, if I could sell this for, I could ask for 18, 17, like 15 bucks, and I'm making straight $15 out of flea market. I'm not taking $9 or $10 and have to do all this process. But that takes time on putting the stuff in your car and going very early in the morning and setting up shop, and dealing with people all day. If people even want action figures these days. Yeah, I'm in the Bay Area, so it's a few locations um that I could set up shop, you know, at a flea market. But do I want to do that? It feels more comfortable just having a box, printing out your own label, and just listing these things. So it's an easy process, and people are finding these things when I post 20 items, 7 sold in 2 weeks. So this stuff, when you post in it, it's being seen. People are clicking and finding this stuff, and I don't mind. It's working. This other stuff, it wants me to drop my prices. On some things, I'm not going to drop the price because it's just I paid too much, so I'm not going to be taking a complete L on things that I could just keep for myself. But for other stuff, I'm down to drop prices and even just make my money back, or even take a dollar L just to get rid of these things. You live and you learn, and you just know what things will sell and what things won't sell. So I just got to keep my eye out, and really taking a step back from purchasing, because right now the toy game is kind of just really expensive, you know, and people out there ain't willing to spend a lot of money. So it's a lot of people out there bargaining and trying to do a good, shopping. And there's some people that really don't care what they're paying. But I'm one of those people that actually care. And right now, my eyeballs are on like Goosebumps kind of um, merch and stuff like that. And, so really, I took a little step back. And right now, I'm making videos just on the journey of selling stuff. So I still have to list these because I thought I had or ordered the right boxes, but they were the wrong size. So I did a little measurement, and they actually had some free little bigger ones than that. And so I ordered them from the post office, and they're actually here already. So tomorrow I'm going to be listing these other 20 items. And it's Sonic the Hedgehog stuff and little bitty Mario, things like this. So I'm just gonna list them for like $3.99, $4.99. I just want to make my money back. I don't want to make no profit, no nothing, And these probably weigh a little bit of nothing. So hopefully I could get these off for a good price, and the shipping won't be too expensive for the buyer. And if they even want knickknacks like that, because I noticed all the knickknack stuff I listed on eBay, nothing has sold. Even little game Funko stuff I listed on there is not selling. So action figures, McFarlane toys, Marvel Legends will sell if you're selling them for like 13, 12 bucks. If you're trying to list them for like 15 to like 17, no one's really picking it up. They want to see $12 numbers, 13.99. So I notice people are, and that's they're playing shipping as well. So you got to really look at the shipping stuff because I include the shipping. So this guy, I include all that. So this person paid $25.56 for just to be shipped and the taxes, and eBay actually takes money from me, so I'm not making a full $12. I'm only going to get like 12, 11, 10. I say like 9.50 or 9.40 something or something. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. I'm only getting nine stinkers, and nine stinkers. I sold this. I probably paid taxes on. I spent like $7. I'm making like $2, but I'm making my money back too. So that's how I look at it. It's all good. Why not? And as long as I could get to the post office, I'm gonna be really busy tomorrow. So I don't even know if I have time to go to the post office tomorrow, but I have till Tuesday to send it. So this might be the first item that I'm not getting there. But if I could have someone in my family just drop it off for me, and I probably can. They could just take it for me and just drop it off. They'll get a receipt and get it out there. So I'm gonna try to get it as best I can to these people, and sometimes this stuff it gets there fast because all the 7 items that I already sold from the past 2 weeks, or to 6 items, they're already delivered, and the money is already being, I already almost have all my money. And but eBay, if you're not worried about waiting for your funds to be available, because some people are like, oh, it takes too long. I'm not really tripping because I know it's gonna be there, and I'm not like hurting for money. So this is actually just like a just this was just a thought. Like, let me see if I can make money, and it's really like an experiment. Like can I list 20 items at a time? In a spreadsheet. Like in a couple weeks, and how many will those 20 out of those 20 items will sell? And that's with working with people, and people basically kind of lowballing you, but at the same time, you're not taking that lowball stuff, but you end up making an agreement and you meet in the middle. And so I'm willing to deal on my eBay. I'm willing to deal, But I'm gonna wrap up this video, y'all. If y'all like this kind of content, go give me a thumbs up. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna get this shipped out as quick as possible, so the person that paid for this figure will get their figure. I'm gonna wrap it up real nice. Tape it, make sure it gets to where it needs to go. Well, I can't make a promise, but as long as everything's legit and all that, everything's been going smoothly, and yeah. So I wonder how many things I have sold, because from the previous 20 that I listed, I think I sold about 5 or 6 as well, and so I maybe sold in the past month or two, um, maybe what 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, about like 13 or 14 action figures, and that's out of 40 stuff. So 14 to 13 action figures have sold out of 40 things being listed. And then I'm gonna list these other 20, and I think I could like stretch 20 more. And after that, I might have to just start dropping prices, and maybe I could start selling something that I don't want to sell, or we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how this process go. Or maybe I could go toy hunting and actually, pick up stuff. But I don't want to spend any more money, so I just maybe have to go keep my eye out and just know on the stuff I could win, and know the things that will sell. But that's kind of a hit or miss, because the things that are selling is the things that I thought weren't going to sell. But it's odd. It's odd. The things that sell on eBay. So I'm gonna keep everybody updated, and be sure to like this video. Give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to this longer version